All right. After some technical difficulties, got the live stream figured out. So today's event is live on YouTube right now. Today's event is live on YouTube. Go on YouTube, search Diesel Fest 2022 or Golden State Diesel Fest 2022. Live stream should pop up. It's on my YouTube page. Logan Ryan YouTube should pop up. It's on my YouTube page. As we're moving right along here with our fun runs. Derek O'Brien left side out of Modesto. Robert Mendez right side out of Turlock. Derek O'Brien. Derek O'Brien gets 8th mile, 699.7 at 104 miles an hour. Top end 1060 flat. 1060 with a 0 at 138 miles an hour. 1060 with a 0 at Robert Mendez did not get a time as he rolled through the beams before the tree was activated, so the whole timing system on his side of the track was not active. The whole timing system on his side of the track was not active. The whole timing system on his side of the track was not active. Next pair left side. Ryan Hendrick out of Morgan Hill, California, the 05 GMC Sierra. Hendrick out of Morgan Hill, California, the 05 don't have a GMC Sierra. Tech card entered for him just yet, but these are just fun runs. These are just tech card entered for him. Hey man, let's go take the truck down the racetrack today. Hey man, why not? Let's go take the truck down the racetrack today. We should have our index categories in the lanes and bracket class. You guys should be in lanes 3 and 4. If you have not gotten a qualifying hit in the index class, you need to get at least one to get put on the ladder for first round. At least one to get put on the ladder for first round. At least one to get put on the ladder for first round. Once again, like I was saying earlier, the name of the game in the bracket and index classes is a good reaction time to start, and then getting as close as you can to that index or dial-in without breaking out, going too fast. This is the last call to the lanes for all my index and bracket classes. If you've not gotten a time run or qualifying hit yet, this is your last call to get into the lanes to get a qualifying hit or a time run in the bracket class. Once again, last call for time runs and qualifying hits for the bracket and index classes. Bracket, you guys are in lanes 3 and 4. 770 index, 770 index lane 5, 670 index lane 6, 590 index lane 7. If you have not gotten a qualifying hit or you want to make one more hit, we're running until 12:30, so this is your last and final call to the lanes for qualifying and time runs. Last and final call to the lanes for qualifying and time runs. Last and final call to the lanes for qualifying and time runs. Last and final call to the lanes for qualifying and time runs. Last and final call to the lanes for qualifying and time runs. Last and final call to the lanes for qualifying and time runs. Last and final call to the lanes for qualifying and time runs. Carson Raber right side, James Lemos left side. 13:48.3 at 100 miles an hour for Carson. 15:63.6 at 85 for James. As you can see, we got the copper going down the track with the lights on. Don't forget, anybody is more than welcome to go and challenge one of the cops all day long. They're going to be over here directly, kind of left to the tower. The cop cars are stationed over there. The Roseville Police Department out here having fun with us today. So once again, if you want to get a shot, take a crack at one of the cops, get a heads up pass with one of the coppers, you can find them and challenge them all day long. And once again, our live stream is up and running. If you go onto YouTube and search Golden State Diesel Fest, it should pop up. Share that out to all your friends and family. And also, don't forget Truck Mania coming up later this year, October 7th and 8th. It's going to be one hell of a show. We're going to have truck pulls and a burnout contest and drag racing and a show and shine, X, Y, and Z, you name it, we got it. Tough trucks and side-by-sides going on the course in the dirt pit over here in the middle, like kind of in between the lanes and the pits. It's going to be a hell of a show. It's a great time. Last year was a blast. Y'all mark your calendars for October 7th and 8th this year for Truck Mania. Attention to the pits, please. Attention to the pits. We have a racer in need. He needs methanol. If you can find Steve Good, or you can come up to the tower if you happen to have some spare methanol and you'd like to help somebody out, please find Steve Good, or you can come up to the tower and let us know. Steve Good, look for the excursion. Justin Diaz left side out of Modesto, California, the 05 Chevy Silverado, right side Ben Grundman in that Dodge Ram. There you get down through there slowly but surely. 14 flat with a 3 at 103 miles an hour for Justin Diaz. 17.58.5 at 83. You know, I'll tell you what, if there's a nitrous vendor in the area, like in like the whole Sacramento area, I guarantee they'd make a decent amount of money if they came out to the track and just sold nitrous kits all day to these events. You know, it's like some kid in his truck goes like 15s. He's like, I want to put some nitrous to it, man. And he goes and puts a bunch of nitrous to it and buys it from that nitrous dealer, and then sends a couple rods to go see Elon Musk in the International Space Station. Like, too much nitrous. Davis, Bergeron, and Ryan Hendrick. $13.43.8 at 100 miles an hour for Davis. Ryan, 17.12.1 at 57. Now Brandon Deffer out of Fairfield, that 75 Chevy Love. On the right-hand side, Robert Mendez left side out of Turlock. Neither had terribly great reaction times, but that's okay. They're just doing fun runs. Brandon, 11.74.5 at 114. Robert, 13.12.0 at 106. Oh, the Tesla decided he wanted to take on the cop. That's not a diesel. As a matter of fact, there's not an engine in it at all. Harneet Kumar out of Roseville in the Tesla. Oh, already caught him at the 8th mile. Harneet gave him the hit and still caught him at the 8th mile. 13 flat with an 8 at 110 for Harneet. And Mr. Police Officer, 15.97.1 at 88. Man, I tell you what. I'll take on the cop, and I'll give him the hit and 4 car lengths. I'll just have him line up way out there, and I'll tell Mike to put his foot in the beam and take his foot out of the beam whenever he leaves the starting line, and then I'll go whenever he goes. Hell, I'd let him start it the first orange block. I'd let the cop start at the 330 block out there. Right side that Silverado. Crew cab with the slicks all the way around all 4 tires. Not a bad reaction time, all things considered. 177.4 short time. 7:59.7 at 91 miles an hour to the 8th. Back door, 11:84.7 at 115. Left side still getting through there. 18 flat with the 1 to 75. Once again, this is last call to the lanes. Absolutely last call to the lanes for the index and bracket cards. If you have not gotten a time run or a qualifying hit in the index or bracket classes, you need to get at least 1 in the index classes to put you on the ladder. Jeff Hagan left side out of Valley Springs, California. That 99 Dodge, 5.9 Cummins. The BMWs, plural. in the back of the lanes need to move your cars. The BMWs, plural, that are parked in the back of the lanes, you need to move your cars, please. So Jeff Hagan rolled through the beams the first time. He said he wants to get another crack at it, so he just backed up. Let that other truck get down through there, and then he'll stage it up again. Oh, the mixture of the white and the black smoke, normally not a good thing. $18.92 at 96 miles an hour for Jeff there as he had issues off the starting line. Beautiful shot there of all of our spectators here today, parked all the way out in the back nine. Tom Wallace, right side out of Santa Rosa, California, the 05 Dodge. Getting it spooled up. And it died. Left pretty hard. 182, 60 foot. And he'll get there eventually. Wonder if the timing system will time it out before he gets there. Survey says 30.099 at 29 miles an hour. This is an Audi A5, S5. Probably 4-cylinder or 6-cylinder turbo. And that Mazda on the left-hand side. The Audi scratched out. 7.076 at 101 to the 8th mile. 10.91.5 at 128 to the quarter for the little Audi. That Mazda gets there eventually. 19.081 to 59. Tell you what, none of these trucks got anything for my vet. I'll gladly take grudge races. 13.55, 9 at 100, and 14.91, 2 at 94. I'll gladly take a grudge race. You let me know. Matter of fact, I got my helmet in the car actually. All right, attention everybody, attention everybody. Staging lanes are now closed. So do not come back to the lanes. If you're in the lanes, you're gonna make your pass, and then staging lanes are closed. Once again, staging lanes are closed. 15.64, 8 at 85 for the left side, right side, 16.73, 2 at 84. Oh, Jason wants some, huh? What, in the Kia? You want to put it in the ditch down there again when you're done? Do you want to put your Kia down in the ditch over there when you're done after the race? The audio, the wind's taking the audio to places where it shouldn't be going, so you can't hear me. $13.70 with a 3 at 103 miles an hour for Justin Diaz on the left side. Marcus, $18.94, 1 at 71. Jose Rosales left side at Ileton, California. Man, that Dodge is shifting hard. Got a massive kickback every time it shifts. 14.57.2 at 97 and 14.76.1 at 93. Ryan Hendrick left side now at a Morgan Hill. Once again, staging lanes are closed. Please do not come back into the lanes right now. We're going to take a break. Staging lanes are closed. $8.64.6 at 81 miles an hour for the left side of the 8th mile. Ryan, $13.50 with a 0 at 101. And $16.66.9 at 87 for the right-hand side. Don't forget we have our dyno over here behind the tower in this front little vendor row area. Also, we have the show and shine out there in the back of the pits as well. And all kinds of vendors on vendor row right here behind the main grandstands. All kinds of vendors. Come check out all of our vendors and the food trucks. And, of course, the track snack bar. All open. And I know it's 12:30 almost, so it's lunchtime. So I'm about to go get something to eat. Make sure everybody stays hydrated today. It's going to get kind of warm out there. And no, beer is not a form of rehydration. 13.14.6 at 102 miles an hour from Michael Single out of Ione, California. And 14.33.8 at 94 for the left side. Jimmy Martinez now right side out of Rancho Cordova. That all murdered out of 2011 Silverado. Oh, cops back. Jimmy Martinez, 14.45.1 at 93. Left side, 15.28.1 at 84. Now we have Jesse McCoy, left side out of Vacaville, in that 95 Sierra. With the cowl hood, just because it looks cool. It seems legit. We'll see if it's actually legit here in a second. Oh, sounds good. And Roseville PD on the right-hand side. Flicks the lights on. Jesse McCoy had the starting line advantage, and he's going to pull away from Mr. Police Officer or Mrs. Police Officer, I'm not sure. 14.90 with an 8 at 92 miles an hour. 15.93.6 at 88 for the Copper. Derek O'Brien right side. Into our 670 index class. Derek, your number 2 qualifier, went 7 flat with an 8. Left side, Aaron Poulin. Your number 3 qualifier. Looking for that 670 with a 0 on the scoreboard. Going to the 8th mile. Oh, Derek having issues on the starting line. He's going to lay out of it. Left side 7:10 with a 5 at 99 miles an hour. That'll improve him on his previous 7:27.4. And Derek just going to stroll through there, 12:99 at 41. And what is this? Bracket or fun run? Fun run. Excellent. Left side. 7:58.0 to the 8th mile. 11:82.6 at 1:15. Out the back door. Once again, the staging lanes are closed. These staging lanes are closed. Do not come back into the lanes if you're making a pass right now. Once again, staging lanes are closed for now. We're going to take a lunch break and get back with it a little bit later. But for now, please do not come back into the lanes if you're not already here. 15:19.3 at 90 miles an hour for the right-hand side. Left side, 16:28.4 at 84. Also want to give a shout-out to all of our event sponsors this weekend. ARP Fasteners, Optilube, Cal Truck Specialties, KC Turbo, Orangevale Diesel, and Pure Addiction Diesel. 15:32.5 at 93 for the right side. Left side 18:32.6 at 76. $12.60 with a 3 at 112 miles an hour for the left side. Right side, 14:25.5 at 101. Jeremy Wallace and Manuel Vieira gonna do battle here. The D2 Motorsports Hot Rod on the left-hand side, and Manuel right side out of Oakdale, California, in that 08 Silverado. I think I'd place my bet on the right side. .161 short time for Manuel. 6:45.4 at 107 to the 8th. How about 10:94.5 at only 89 miles an hour? He lifted down there. Jeremy goes 12 flat with a 5 at 113. I guess we have a track mascot running down here right next to the tower. Thank God my dog's not down there. Brendan DeFair out of Fairfield in that 75 Chevy Love. Small block 350. I think I see some slicks on the back of this Ram over here. I don't know who's going to win. That Chevy Love will go like mid-12s, I think, or maybe a low 13. I don't know what this Ram's going to do. Man, this thing's a sleeper. This thing's old school, dude. Look at the solid wheels in the front. 177.4 short time for the Ram. Well, had they left at the same time, it would have been a closer race. 11.81, 1 at 114, 10.90 with a 3 at 127 for the Ram. Oh, another top the cop race. Mr. Officer left side, and oh. Oh, you hate to see it. Wow. Popo. I don't think I've seen the Roseville Police Department win a single race yet. 14.77, 6 at 88, 15.96, 7 at 88 for the cop. So I'm not going to endorse running from the police officers, but I'm just saying I've seen a lot of trucks beat them today in the quarter mile. $14.56 at 98, $15.78 at 85. It sounds like we're going to get one more top the cop race, and then we're going to be taking a break for lunch. We might have a cop victory. It's looking good for the Roosevelt Police Department. Yeah, baby. The cops finally got one. 16:01.9. That was the slowest pass, too. All right, we are going to be taking a short drag racing break here to get some lunch, so feel free to go check out Vendor Row and the dyno pulls and the show and shine and all that good stuff. We'll be back at you with some drag racing action here shortly. Hey, just a heads up. Don't forget about Gately Audio back in the pits. They're right in front of the donut pit doing all kinds of audio examples and demos. Go check them out, along with the rest of our vendors. D-Max Store, BD Diesel, Flog Industries, Whole Shot, West Coast Diesels, Fully Deleted Clothing, Purpose Built, and Pure Addiction Diesel. All right here behind us in the tower in vendors row. So, we have somebody who's feeling a little frisky. One of our trucks in competition today. His name is Travis with Pure Addiction Diesel. Anybody who feels like they got something for Travis in that truck with Pure Addiction Diesel, he wants to find as many people as he can willing to put up $100 in a grudge race. Quarter mile, full tree, $100 grudge races. Go find Travis in the pits. Go find him in Pure Addiction Diesel's pit. He's looking for grudge races. He said, I'll put up $100 if you put up $100, and then we'll grudge race. So anybody who's feeling a little froggy out there, go find Travis at Pure Addiction Diesel's pit. Set yourselves up like behind the tower, right? Yeah, behind the tower. Get you set up a grudge race. Little buddy down here, I see you waving. What's up, kiddo? All right, anybody that wants to grudge race Travis with Pure Addiction Diesel, lane 6. You guys can go into lane 6, bring $100 with you. Y'all can grudge race for $100 each, so $200. Anybody who wants to grudge race Travis with that Pure Addiction Diesel truck, bring $100 and a big set of cojones to lane 6 at 1:30. Hey, just a heads up. Anybody that wants an event t-shirt, go check out the Black Smoke Mafia booth and get your event t-shirt while we still got them. I'm sure you've seen a couple people walking around with them, but go find the Black Smoke Mafia tent. Get yourself an event t-shirt. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open the staging lanes back up again. So if you're not already in the staging lanes, fun runs, lanes 1 and 2, bracket 3 and 4. Once again, the staging lanes are open again. Fun runs lanes 1 and 2, bracket lanes 3 and 4. If anybody wants to do fun runs and did not get a tech card, we still have a few available. You guys can go purchase a tech card and get into the fun run category. Just make some passes. We'll be doing fun runs all afternoon. So if anybody was thinking about getting a tech card to make some passes in your truck, this is your sign. We have a few tech cards left. You can get into the fun runs and make some passes today. We'll be running fun runs all afternoon. All right. We're going to start things off here. Going to get into some eliminations now. So, bracket class, you guys need to have dial-ins on your cars. Make sure everybody in the bracket class has a dial-in for first round of eliminations. This will be first round for the bracket class. We're going to do index first, and then the bracket class, and then fun runs. So we're going to work backwards from lane 7 backwards to lanes 1 and 2. So our 590 index cars are going to do best 2 out of 3 today. .590 index. Rick Fleets and Charlie Fish. Charlie Fish, that KC Turbo sponsored blacked out truck on the right-hand side of the racetrack. KC Turbo, also our award sponsor today, so huge shout out to KC Turbo and Charlie Fish. Thank you everybody over there for sponsoring all of our awards today. Charlie Fish, right-hand side, that KC Turbo machine, like I said, out of Mesa, Arizona. 2005 F250. You see that nitrous bottle in the back. Obviously a Power Stroke 6.0 with a big turbo. Left side, Rick Fleets out of Galt, California. That 1970 Chevelle with a 6.6 Duramax motor in it. Looking for 590 on the scoreboard. This is an elimination round. We're going to have a winner. We're going to have a loser. They're doing best 2 out of 3. The goal, get as close as you can to 590 with a 0 without going too fast. And get there first. It doesn't matter if you get there second, because then you lose. So Charlie Fish going to try to get that thing spooled up. Rick Fleets sitting in pre-stage waiting. Charlie Fish having issues. Rick Fleets waiting patiently. Charlie Fish is in. Rick gonna spool it up. And bump in, here we go. Well, Rick Fleets lifts and wins 598.7 at 113 miles an hour. Charlie Fish had issues. Couldn't quite get it figured out, so they're gonna make some tuning adjustments and come back for their second round. So I guess nobody wanted to grudge race Travis, so he's going to make a solo shot here. Travis with Pure Addiction Diesel Performance. Oh, Keith Flagg. That 2004 Dodge Ram 2500. 5.9 Cummins. Out of Hillsboro, Oregon. So Keith, oh, flame went out down there. There's a little bit of something coming out right at the finish line. 11:06.4 at 80 miles an hour. Keith is stopped down there on the racing service, so we're going to go check it out and get him off the track, and then we're going to send our 770 index cars, and then go into the bracket class. So all the bracket class, you guys need to have dial-ins on your cars. Once again, all the bracket cars need to have dial-ins on their car. This is first round of eliminations. Hey, if anybody thinks they got anything for me in my Corvette, you come up to the tower and let me know. We'll get a grudge race going. Yeah, if anybody thinks they got anything for me in my Corvette, come let me know in the tower. We can set up a grudge race real quick. Well, it looks like we might have a little cleanup situation on the racetrack. Was that a yes or a no with the hands up? Oh, sweet. The whole thing? Nice. Well, it sounds like we're going to be down here for a little bit. We got quite a large amount of stuff to clean up on the racing surface, so this is an excellent time to plug our event vendors. You should go check them out. Hanley's Western Wear, D-Max Store, BD Diesel, Flog Industries, Whole Shot, West Coast Diesels, Fully Deleted Clothing, Gately Audio, back in the pits in front of the Burnout Pit, and Purpose Built and Pure Addiction Diesel. Also Black Smoke Mafia. Go get yourself an event t-shirt at the Black Smoke Mafia tent. Like I was saying earlier, we are going to be down for a little bit. So hang out, go check out the show and shine, and stay tuned. Like I was saying earlier, we have a very extended track cleanup process because you got a majority of the racing surface with that oil. So still going to be down here for a little bit longer trying to get that oil all up off the track and get everything squared away down there before we send the next pair. Just bear with us for a little bit. We're doing the best that we can to get that thing cleaned up in a timely manner, but this does take time because the oil mixed with the diesel fuel doesn't add up for a recipe of success. What is that, McLovin? You got a McLovin? You got the McLovin license? So just bear with us here for a little bit while we try to get the track finished up. And then we will be back to racing here shortly. Like I said earlier, it's not always great when we have oil down on the track, and when you get oil mixed in with diesel fuel and gets into the rubber on the racetrack, it becomes a very long and extended process to get that stuff off the track. But we are getting very close to sending cars down the track again. You can see Jason's out there on the dragger. That means we have all the oil up, and went out there and we sprayed the glue, and now he's dragging it all into the rubber, so it's like brand new. So that is the last step of the program, is getting it all drugged back into the racing surface. So with that being said, before we get back to racing, I just want to hit our sponsors one more time. Thank you guys for coming out, and thank you everybody for supporting Golden State Diesel Fest 2022. ARP Fasteners, Optilube, Cal Truck Specialties, KC Turbo, Orange Vale Diesel, and Pure Addiction Diesel. All of our sponsors, and then KC Turbo, of course, sponsoring our awards, all of our trophies and everything for today. And our Orange Vale Diesel is sponsoring the drag racing portion of today's event, so thank you to them. And then, of course, ARP Fastener sponsoring the dyno today. And, of course, all of our vendors, DMAX Store, Hanley's Western Wear, BD Diesel, Flog Industries, Whole Shot, West Coast Diesels, Fully Deleted Clothing, Gately Audio, Purpose Built. And then also a huge shout out to Roseville Police Department for coming out and doing Top to Cop today. It's a great program. They do a Sonoma drag strip on Wednesday nights. They have the high schoolers race against the police officers from various police departments on Wednesdays. But yeah, we'll be getting back to racing here very shortly. Draggers off the track. They're putting water in the water boxes, and I actually found a grudge race with some dude in a TRX, so that'll be fun. All right, just a heads up, we're doing the awards ceremony at 4:15-ish at the front of this, like right here in front of the water box in front of the tower. But between like 4 and 4:30, we're going to be doing our awards right here in front of the Sacramento Raceway, little rock wall in the water box. This is the little area we're all going to convene around down here when we do our awards for the afternoon.
Again, we are finally back to drag racing, so we're going to get a few fun runners down the track So if you are hanging out in the staging lanes, go ahead and get suited up. Our first round of the bracket class will get you down ASAP as well. Again, stay tuned about 2:45 or 3-ish. We're going to have our high horsepower guys up on the dyno, so we're going to take a little break about 2:45 or 3, and y'all will want to make your way over to the dyno. We'll keep you informed about that this afternoon. This is your first round pairing in the 770 class. Oh, left lane breaks out again. This is an 8th mile index class, so if you go too quick under that 770 number, you will lose that race. So Cat Ray takes the win. Solid pass over there in the left lane, 7:03 at 103 miles an hour. So that will set us up for a final round in our 770 index class. And next up, we'll have our official first round for the bracket class. Again, thanks everyone for staying with us during that nasty oil down there. Our downtime was about 1 hour flat. 5 cars here, trucks here, SUVs, a little bit of everything in the first round of our bracket category. And this is bracket racing, so they're going to dial in, leave at different times off the tree. They'll be racing the stripe at the top end. Left lane, James Lemos out of Petaluma, California in the 2001 Ram 2500. Carson Reber over here out of Cedar City, Utah in the right lane. It's a 2015. Again, they're going to leave about 2 seconds difference. Oh, and Carson goes red. Almost half a second red. So that means James Lemos is going to move on into round 2 in our bracket category. Carson, he can jump into the fun run lanes. Next up, Nick Blendow out of Alamo, California. And then brand new F350 there, left lane. And Stephen Good in the 05 Excursion in the right. Again, one of our only SUVs in bracket racing competition. Somebody's got a big advantage on the line. And Stephen Good takes the win. 90 light, runs 1391 on a 1378 dial-in, so a great package for Stephen Good. Moving on to our semi-final round in the bracket category. And Clint Carter in the 2002 Jetta, all the way from Alabama in the left lane. He's got a big advantage off the line. And he wins. The Jetta takes the win, runs a 1976 at 57 miles an hour. Takes out Richard Todd, moving on to the semifinal round as well. Here's going to be your single buy run in the bracket class. Looks like 7 cars total in this first round. Jeremy Wallace out of Sonora, 2001 Silverado. Duramax under the hood, D2 Motorsports. He's probably going to run it out the whole way. See how close he runs to that 14-second number. 13:36 at 94 miles an hour. And here's your regular announcer in his Corvette, which is why we let him run down the track. He's one of our regular bracket racers at all the Sac Raceway events. going up against the Dodge. Giving y'all a pro-style burnout there. About 250 feet. You'll see all his contingency stickers on the side of that Corvette. Again, like I was saying, he's an Air Force guy. Does a lot of announcing for us here at the track. A regular NHRA bracket racer here, so they are going to go heads up. We'll see who takes the win at the top end. Well, he got the whole shot in the Corvette. We'll see what the top end says. Yeah. Should be pretty close based on what Google said the TRX runs, but looks like the truck's going to take... Oh, Logan came back around it. Again, the truck ran quicker, but Logan had the whole shot off the line. That's a solid pass. 1272 for the Dodge at 108 miles an hour. It's pretty impressive. That brand new Dodge TRX. Making a solid grudge race pass against our announcer, Logan. Okay, looks like we are going to get back into fun runs here. So lanes 1 and 2 drivers to your cars. Lanes 1 and 2 drivers, go ahead and suit up. Again, fun runs, we are prepped and ready for you to get rolling. If you are sitting in lanes 1 and 2, start heading to your truck, please. Again, show and shine is wrapping up now. So if you want to go check out any last walkthroughs of the show and shine area, now is the time. Again, check out Gately Audio back there as well. They've got some awesome equipment and setups back there. I think they've got 4 trucks in the back, but again, check out Gately Audio if you're walking through the pits. All of our other vendors in vendor row. Again, all of our main sponsors: ARP Fasteners, Optilube, Caltrex Specialties, KC Turbo, Orange Vale Diesel, and Pure Addiction Diesel. Thanks for being here. Also, all of our other vendors today, check them out if you haven't done so yet. Handley's Western Wear, D-Max Store, of course, our main Truckmania sponsor. BD Diesel, Flog Industries is here this weekend. West Coast Diesels, fully deleted clothing and purpose-built. Lots of food trucks and everything going on as well. This is Nick Giant Valley in the 2001 F250 Power Stroke. Next up, in our fun run lanes, Jose in the 2015 F250 flatbed in the left lane. Alex Moreno, 2006 F250. Joining us from Vacaville in the right lane.
Ah, that beautiful red, old square body Ford. Over there on the left-hand side. Right side, the standard-looking 2500 Silverado. Or is that a Sierra? Ah, it's a Sierra. Ah. I have a feeling that this truck in the left-hand side, that little Nissan, I think it's going to be pretty quick. That's a LS Turbo, small tire Nissan over there. You see that 660 street sticker on the back of the cab. That means that he's gotten down on the Mexican roads a time or two. Taylor Francisco right side out of Windsor, that 05 Silverado. Look at the little Nissan get down through there and lifts. It was 617.5 in the 8th. 1270 with a 3 at 109 miles an hour for Taylor, and 1181.1 at only 62 miles an hour. Coasting all the way down there for the little Nissan on the left-hand side. Justin Aguirre left side out of Tulare. That 90 Dodge. I think is a sleeper boy. Right side, the LSX powered single cab short bed Silverado. This might actually be a good race. This Silverado's got 427 cubic inches of LSX. Maybe not. Maybe I lied about the good race part. Oh, he gets a little squirrely down there. Stays in at 1097.1 at 124 miles an hour. Now that turbo truck on the left-hand side, that GMC Sonoma. That is Corey Hampton. Oh, no, it's a S10. Right side, that high country Silverado, the all show, no go on the right-hand side. $10.24.3 at 142 miles an hour. That's some big mile an hour for that little truck. $12.76.3 at 106 miles an hour for the right-hand side. Tom Wallace left-hand side at the 05 Dodge. Right side, Jesse McCoy. A 95 Sierra. The Dodge having major issues over there. Hey, he finally gets on it. Couldn't see, though. I can't tell you what I'm looking at. 1340 with a 5 at 132 miles an hour. Jesse McCoy, 1456.3, and he did not go 640 miles an hour. So I don't know what the deal with that was down there, but I promise you he did not go 640 miles an hour. Austin Azevedo, right side out of Dos Palos, that 09 Chevy. I wish I knew what Austin was going to run, but he went before the tree was activated, so he's not going to get a time. 1368, 8 at 97 miles an hour for the left-hand side. Oh, this poor looking diesel. It's seen better days. This dually on the right-hand side. It's got some character to it. $994.7 to the 8th mile. 1518 with an 8 and 94 for the dually. $16.11 at 97 miles an hour and 18.53.3 at 73. Jalen Thompson, left side out of Antelope, California, that 06 Chevy. Something about the windows on that Chevy just looks weird to me. $14.11 with the 1 at 101 miles an hour and $14.60 with the 2 at 98. Jeremy Wallace, right side, and somebody who probably voted for Trump in the left side. Jeremy Wallace gets down through there. 12:01.7 at 113 miles an hour. And left side, 1884.8 at 73. Corey Cooper and Robert Mendez. Mendez left side out of Turlock, right side Cooper at a Bay Point. Oh, I guess we're going to back out the left side, and so Corey Cooper going to go on a single. He'll get there eventually. A 20-second run. It's funny because today we have a diesel event and tomorrow we have a import event. Two of the probably most polar opposite sides of the car world you could possibly have. And we have two events on the same weekend with both. Tomorrow is CMI Spring Jam event, the car show and drag racing happening tomorrow. Don't forget Truck Mania, October 7th and 8th, right here, the Sacramento Raceway. The tough trucks are going to be out there on the course, and our truck pulls and burnout contest and drag racing and show and shine, and the side-by-sides are going to get out there on the tough truck course. We're going to be utilizing every square inch of this facility for Truck Mania. Last year it was awesome. I'm sure this year is going to be even better. Well, looks like we're going to start rolling out our bracket class. Semi-final. Already. James Lemos out of Petaluma, California, going to take the single here. Freebie into the final round. Dialed 1540. $15.66.9 at 84 miles an hour there for James. And he's going to go to the final round to face one of these two, Clint Carter or Stephen Good. Clint dialed in 1935 in that 02 Jetta. That's not the year he was born. That is his dial-in. And Stephen Good, right side, 1378 the dial-in out of Sacramento. Clint all the way from Haleyville, Alabama. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Stephen Good got some work to do down there. The name of the game is running as close as you can to the dial, and without going too fast, wind light says, oh, Stephen Good going to take the win, as they both went too fast, but Stephen Good went lesser too fast. Clint Carter, 1909. Wow, blistering speed, 67 miles an hour there for the Jetta. Clint actually had the better reaction time by a whole bunch, cut the other guy's light in half, but Stephen Good broke it out a little bit less, and Clint Carter is done. So Stephen Good going to go to the final round of the bracket class. Final round of 770 index. Aaron Pullen left side and Kat Ray right side. Kat out of Central Point, Oregon in that 06 Sierra. I don't know where Aaron's from. He didn't put it on his tech card. Oh, massive hole shot advantage to Kat on the right-hand side. They get there. Who's going to win? Right side, Kat Ray. They both also broke out. Again with a double breakout, but the win light going to go to Kat Ray. She broke out less. Got there first by 0.07 of a second. And like I was saying earlier, that reaction time advantage goes a long way, and she did have the reaction time advantage, and that equals a win light for her. So she's going to win our 770 index class. And 670. Final round. Derek O'Brien out of Modesto. The other driver's car broke, so Derek O'Brien going to take the win here in 670 index. So he's going to make his parade lap here. See if he can get close to that 670 index. 180 with a 8 to the 60 foot, but then he lifts 782, 1 at 72. Gonna do a little track prep real quick before we send the fast cars. We got 590 index in the lanes locked and loaded. They're doing best 2 out of 3. Rick Fleets won the first one as the other driver had issues, so we'll see if he's got it sorted out this time. All right, so in a few minutes, we're going to have our 2 contenders that are going up for the highest horsepower challenge. $1,000 goes to the person that gets on the dyno and puts up the biggest number of the day. Cody Pulliam and Ken Brunner are 2 that are going up for the highest horsepower of the day over on the dyno. So in a couple minutes, they're going to load up one at a time, they're going to load those trucks up and see who's going to take home that $1,000. And the dyno is right behind the tower. They'll be doing that in about 10 minutes. All right. Rick Fleets and Charlie Fish going to do it one more time. Rick Fleets on the left-hand side, that 1970 Chevelle. 6.6 Duramax. Choice for him. They shoehorned that Duramax motor into that little Chevelle. On the right side, Charlie Fish out of Mesa, Arizona. KC Turbo's on board. They also sponsored all of our awards today, so thank you to KC Turbo for that. Charlie in that 2005 F250, 6.0 Power Stroke. Looking for 590 up on the scoreboard. Anything faster is no good. So, Rick took the first one. It looks like Charlie's got it figured out this time. Getting a little close to that wall. Wind light says Rick Fleet's going to take round number 2. They were both pretty even on the starting line. And then Rick Fleet 6.12 with the 1 at 116 miles an hour. Charlie Fish 6.20 with a 1 at 109. Rick got there first by about 0.08 of a second. And Rick's going to take the win in round number 2 of 590 index. We're going to go back into our fun runs. This truck, I'm pretty sure, was just puking out coolant a minute ago. Clay Nielsen and Robert Mendez. 12.23.0 at 120 miles an hour for Clay. How about 12 flat with a 3 at only 112 miles an hour for Robert Mendez? He probably lifted down there. Jose Rosales now right side, and Mystery Man over there on the left. $15.05.2 at 97 miles an hour and $16.65.8 at 82. Derek Fisher now left side. The 04 Silverado. And Justin Diaz right side. Out of Modesto, the 05 Chevy. Couple of early 2000 Silverados. One's a crew cab, one's a single cab short bed. 1369, 7 at 103 for Justin, and 1773. It's a good number at 79. Hey, just a heads up, the two big horsepower trucks going for the $1,000 cash of the highest horsepower competition are over on the dyno right now. A couple of 2,000 plus horsepower trucks are over there. And one of them is going to take home $1,000 today. $15.05, 5 at 102 for the left side. Right side 17.54, 0 at 90. John Thierry Jr. left side at a Cottonwood, the 2014 Ram 3500, and Russell Longo right side at a Camp Verde, Arizona, the 06 Ram 5.9 Cummins. Oof. That didn't look good. Oh, thank you for pulling over at least. Russell was 169 to the 60 foot. That was a pretty stout 60 foot there. John goes 1792, 3 to 73. We're going to check out Russell real quick. So Kenny Bruner right now loading up on the dyno trailer. Capital Diesel Performance. We're expecting well over 2,000 horsepower from this thing. The current Duramax record is 2,400 horsepower, and Cody Pulliam is going to be chasing that one up here in a minute, if he hasn't gone already. You can go check this you can go check out this truck at the OptiLube tent when he's done doing his dyno pull. Oh, back to racing action now. William Eves, right side. The 06 F250. Mystery driver on the left-hand side. Williams got the sticky Mickeys all the way around, so we'll see if he's got something here. Well, apparently not. $14.96 for a 93 miles an hour for the left side, and then Williams just going to coast down through there. Almost a 30-second pass. Brandon Defhurt in that little 75 Chevy Lev out of Fairfield. 11.82 for 113 miles an hour for Brandon, and 14.22.6 at 102 for the left side. Looks like the dyno is warm. He's warming up on the dyno right now. Oh, is he going? He's about to make his pull on the dyno. Meanwhile, on the racetrack, 13.38.5 at 102 and 14.059 at 99. Kenny Bruner on the dyno right now, getting warmed up. .1287, 1 at 109 miles an hour. The right side left before the tree was activated. Or no, there wasn't even a right side. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Psh. I'm too busy watching the dyno over here. Don't even know what's going on the racetrack. Jason Curson left side, and Arian Villagomez right side out of Franklin Park, Illinois. At least that's what it says on his tech card, but he's got a California plate, so I don't know.